into the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
America.
I knew you were going to sing it, Sid. I said that and you didn't.
I thought you were supposed to sing along with me.
No, I wanted you to do it, and you did it beautifully.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thanks so much. Hello, everyone. As you can tell, I do have another co-host with me. Thank God.
What's up?
Thanks so much for tuning in to Quantico and AFTERBUZZ TV. Again, it was an amazing episode. A lot of you have actually tweeted to us about how intense it was, so we were excited to get to recap it. If you haven't yet, make sure to follow AFTERBUZZ TV on all social media. That is YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, also iTunes. And you can follow me, your host, Kanika Lal, at Kanika Lal on Twitter and Instagram, and you can have a lol. And I don't have 4 people on today's panel. We do have only one other person.
But we got the personality of 4 people.
Exactly. Actually, I probably think 6 people.
You know what? That's probably true. I get hushed a lot.
4.
Thank you. I don't know if that's...
You're going to love this co-host, everyone.
Let's hope. What's up, guys? I'm Nicholas Grava. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Nicholas Grava. And now on Snapchat at Nicholas Grava. Are you on Snapchat?
I am. It's Kanik da Sneak. How could I not shout that out?
Kanik da Sneak.
Good for you for shouting that out.
Yeah, I usually like to start that, yeah.
So a lot of you were very positive on the show and this after show, but you also wanted to hear more opinions. But here you are, Nicholas's opinion. I actually want to get your take. I mean, on Quantico, and especially about Priyanka Chopra, because I'd like to see a non-Indian / white person get their opinion on what they think of her as an actress. You know?
First of all, I wasn't here for the first episode, but I did see the first episode, and I loved it more than I would have even expected. I saw the trailer to the show and I was like, this is a show I want to get on the panel. I want to watch it. Yeah. It's just everything I'm into, and I think she absolutely kills it. She absolutely kills it. And she's surrounded by a lot of other great actors, but she stands out.
Completely. Especially
amazing.
Because of her color, too.
Well, that, too. She's standing out. But she's literally breaking ground here as what a female lead is.
Yeah.
And now, okay, even in
as
episode 2...
As a global actress as well, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Episode 2, she's even more badass than episode 1.
I was just going to say that towards the middle. Yeah, she definitely, like, you totally are rooting for her. And I think she even loved this character, too, because she kind of, like, it resembles Jason Bourne in a way. Like, it's just like she's always on the run.
The Bourne trilogy.
I know.
Whatever, how many there are.
Some series. I would love to be that character, so.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you think that between...
Hey guys, I'm on the panel.
What?
You're coming on?
We have a 3-person panel.
What, guys? You are in for a very special treat right now.
That's a surprise.
Where are you coming? Right here. All right. Join us. Have you been watching the show?
I have been watching the show.
You like it?
So he's secretly been watching. We never even knew.
Wow.
Here he comes, surprising us.
I was just doing, another after show.
So let me tell you guys, let me know what you think. From episode 1, the pilot, I don't think they showed us how badass she was, or they didn't maybe write that yet, because I think in episode 2, it's drastic that she's so standout in her class when she's the only one that solves the challenge of the day or whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
In the pilot, they were all sort of competing, and she wasn't amazing just yet. I feel like that was more of a construction sort of after
Yeah,
they wrote
you make
the
a
pilot.
good point. Like, she never really showed her skill set just as prominently as she did in this episode.
Yeah,
that's a good point. But she did kind of stand out in a way.
I can't
Michael,
believe
you have something to say?
You're on the panel right
Yes.
now.
Okay,
everybody.
cool.
Yeah,
Well,
tell them who you are,
Yeah,
where they can
exactly.
find you.
I'm Micheal Drew. You can find me on Twitter at Michael_Drew, Michael EAL. What's up, everybody? Quantico. What's up? So what did I jump in
We
on?
actually were just recapping it. He wasn't here last week, so we were just saying what his opinions on the show were and about Priyanka Chopra herself, because I'm talking a lot about her.
Just
because she
overall.
is a Bollywood actress, so.
Well, my initial thoughts on her is, damn, she's fine.
Of course.
That's my initial.
Yeah,
my
she
initial. I had to do a live read about her on another after show, and I was like, I did the whole live read. Then afterwards, I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I mean, aside from this live read, and she looks like a phenomenal actress. But,
Yeah,
woo!
she is.
Yeah.
She's talented. She's
Good
definitely
Lord.
versatile.
I
She is
didn't
versatile.
know. You said this in the other after show that she
and
had
I did
had,
interview her 3 times. I had to point that out.
What?
It was very nice.
You interviewed her before?
Yeah, and she was very.
You
she
did?
was sweet. I did. A few times.
Oh.
She came out to LA and I met her at an Indian International Awards, so
Very cool.
it's cool to see her on the big screen.
Oh, well, she deserves it.
She does.
100%.
She does. Well, let's get started into
Oh, yes,
episode 2
please.
because good time you just came in the beginning.
I'm glad I could join the panel.
Everyone's a
So-
singer. Oh my god.
I know, right? Seriously, this is going to be more of a Quantico the musical instead.
Yes.
So of course we get into the episode and we see a little bit more of the characters' kind of hidden secrets. Especially we see kind of Shelby. The thing that stuck out to me was Shelby's phone contacts and how there was like an Arabic contact and like she like kind of deleted it, him or her, right?
Yeah.
And we also see a scar on this new agent named Natalie. We got an
Yes,
introduction of a
the
new
brand new
agent.
girl.
Yeah. And then we also see something about Simon's glasses, right? In the
So
beginning.
Simon's glasses are fake to what we know, and
To
also
what
he
we know,
broke them
yeah.
and then taped them. So is there something in them? I'm not sure. He's a shady
Yep.
motherfucker. He's
Really?
shady.
But they all are shady.
Now,
so
I
it's
don't
like,
even think. I'm gonna just come out with this. I don't even think he's gay.
I was going to say the same
oh my god,
thing.
no, totally. Towards
You're-
the end of it,
okay,
I think
yeah,
he
yeah,
has
yeah.
a slight crush on Nima.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
You're not ordering whatever the drink or
Like, they
that he
keep-
ordered. You ain't do that for no one that you just
'Cause
don't
even-
have.
I
What?
think he might be aware of the fact that she might be doing the whole, how she has a twin. So he's just researching her. He's trying to find out what her secret is. He
And
knows
he's
something's up.
Do you
shadowing
think he
her.
knows that she has a twin? He
It's either that or he ain't
definitely is
gay.
on her. Even from the pilot episode, we could see he was like knocking on her door and kind of asking
He
questions.
knew about the
and
way
the
that
hijab
was,
was
which side it was final. Or,
And that's probably what tipped him off.
yeah.
No, exactly.
Well, we
But-
haven't
And
learned.
even when the analysts come in, his last name was Harper, right?
Yeah. Harper.
He even was kind of not congratulating him, but kind of honoring him, saying, "Wow, you're the first openly gay FBI."
Yeah.
And kind
know.
of Simon's reaction was a little bit.
He was like, "Well, thank you, but I'm not here for my sexuality. I'm here
Yeah.
to."
I think that's a good.
Right.
He probably didn't want to like turn this into this big like, all right, thank you, dude. Okay, man, can you keep it going?
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
am. I don't want the whole.
Well,
you know?
before we jump ahead too much, though, let's do get in order. Okay, so I like to be in order, guys, so I don't
yeah.
miss anything.
Good.
Okay.
Don't confuse us, Kanika.
I know.
All right.
I know. I was gonna mention Wayward Pines because we were on the after show together.
Yeah, and you were everywhere on that.
Oh,
I'm
thanks.
joking. I'm joking.
Thanks a lot.
I'm joking.
Thanks a lot. You guys can see for yourself. I do kind of like, though, how we mirror both what's going on in the flash. Okay, we're going to call it this, a flashback in present day, or should we call this flashback and flash forward? So we don't
Flashback
confuse.
in present day.
Flashback in present
Right?
day.
Yeah,
The
so the
event
flashback
is present
The
day.
FBI agents are trying
Yeah.
to solve a case that Liam assigns them.
It's a really good story, and I like the way they do it. They do a really
Yes.
good job of going back and forth.
Yeah, and they
repeatedly.
completely relate it to what's happening in present day.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the case that Liam assigns them. What'd you guys
Which
think
one
of
is that? The
When they have to examine the fake crime
examine the
scenes.
rooms? You knew a little bit more about that than I did when I was
Yeah,
watching it.
don't know where you were when we were doing that. So I think it's a really interesting thing, and I one thing as I'm watching this, I wonder how much of this is realistic to what actually goes down in FBI training, or how much of this is just written in, for story stuff. Is this an actual task that someone in training would be, assigned? I don't know, but I think it's really interesting on what they have to do. They have to search through these rooms
Yeah.
and try and find things that are either relevant or not relevant, and then hand it off to their analysts.
Yeah.
Which shout out
Yes.
to Caleb,
Yes.
back in as an analyst.
Which
What?
he's not very happy about that.
Well, no.
He wants to be an agent.
Yeah,
Poor
I
guy.
got one thing about the
but
whole Caleb situation.
actually, who knows?
What?
Because his name is apparently Mark Raymond.
What?
Hello on Facebook. He was
Oh,
scrolling
yeah.
to.
And
That was a
Hello.
good. Wait, that's
Good
so
job.
funny. I was like, why are they showing us this? I
Yeah.
see the puppy. I see the book. What's the shady part?
Yes.
It was his name.
He scrolled up to his name. He had glasses in the Facebook profile picture. Shout out to Facebook or whatever
Yeah.
social
I
media site
didn't
it was.
even notice
Me neither.
that.
Yeah.
But the reason I didn't notice is because there's so many characters and they're going so much in
Yes.
between.
Yes.
I don't know
It's
everyone's name.
hard to keep track.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Caleb, the whole Caleb and what's her name? Shelby? Is that the
Yes.
blonde girl? Okay.
They have some sexual tension going on.
They look like brother and sister. I mean, come
because
on.
they're both blonde.
Yeah.
They don't look like
look
brother
they're
and
related.
sister.
They look like a
they're
cute
related.
couple.
You
I'm like,
guys.
Have you?
No.
I can't stand those couples that look exactly alike.
No, but
and they're
that's the one time I agree with you, Michael. They
Like,
do
they look
look
exactly
alike.
alike.
You're
Okay,
actually
I'm
right.
like,
right.
come
Y'all
on,
are just
man.
delusional. I think there's just sexual tension there.
Oh, I think so too.
And I don't see that and say, oh, brother and sister.
Have you heard of those Shakespeare plays? Like they're all incest. Right?
Go ahead.
I know. I just mean in terms of like I'm not saying the way they act with each other.
You're right.
But the way
Pale,
they
complex,
look. Yeah, they
little
both
blonde
they got
hair.
the same parents.
They don't not look like siblings.
Okay. I mean, like they like bleached. I mean, if you're gonna bleach blonde hair.
Interesting that casting. I mean, as
Really
we know,
white.
this is not just accidental. Like, interesting that casting would either allow that or whatever the story is. You know, just interesting point to point out.
I guess they have like 2 brown people on the show. They're like, all right, now it's time for the blondes.
fill up all the blonde white
Yeah,
people.
please.
Get as many
We
blondes.
have
here.
enough Indians and whoever else. And I can say this kind of stuff, okay, because I'm Indian.
Yeah.
One thing I do agree that we have a lot of characters.
Yeah, we
which,
do.
To me, sometimes I just got over doing Sense8 on Netflix,
Yeah.
and we had a lot of characters in that, and sometimes it takes a few episodes to know them, know their personality, and know what they do. That can be distracting to me as a viewer. Some people love that, but it ends up that like by episode 4, I'm even more in love with the shows because I can just sit back and relax. I'm not trying
That's
to
true.
think, who is that? What did they do?
Yeah, that's
okay.
true.
But I'm sure each person's going to play such an interesting role that it will come together.
Yeah, you make a good point. Will it come together?
Why are the
fact
twins
is-
there? I thought we were going to learn a little bit more.
To me, that's the
Well,
biggest
what we do
piece
know,
that
though,
shocks
is
me.
that
Yeah.
Miranda Shaw is aware of the twins. In fact, she recruited them.
Yeah.
Even
So
crazier.
a couple of things about Miranda. Well, I wanted to make sure we did get everything. So we did talk about the case, right? And it kind of gives us also the present day, about Parrish is on the loose. She's escaping. And Liam happens to get her on the walkie-talkie, or was it the phone?
Yeah, the walkie-talkie.
The walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
And she mentioned that she's going to
What do
find
you, not to interrupt, but you said Liam and
Yeah,
at the
interrupt.
beginning.
Yeah.
But to interrupt, what do you think about Liam? What is your impression? What is your vibe from him?
Liam,
Totally. We were
the
going to talk
captain, the
about
main
him.
guy?
But
Yeah.
actually what I said in the last show in my predictions is I think I originally thought that he had something against Alexis Parrish's father for some reason, but I think that he's covering up for something that he's done or that a group of his team has done. And he's trying to put the frame on Alex. That's a little bit of what I think.
Yeah, remember
because he's
Booth?
trying so hard to frame Alex, allegedly, frame Alex,
Right.
and to make her the terrorist. In fact, I think it's his insecurity or whatever he's hiding that he's in fact the one in charge.
That's interesting you say that because when Booth and him met up in the forest or whatever, when they had their little quick meeting
Towards the end,
yeah,
right.
and he said, Booth is like, I don't want this to be Chicago again.
Yes.
What was Chicago? That
Exactly.
could be like, you're right.
It could be something in the past, yeah.
Yeah, he's shady to me, but I don't know if we're meant to be shady. Do you know what I always try to think that. I'm like, are they forcing it on us that it's going to be a mislead? I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not trying to make any drastic judgments on anyone yet because clearly
I know, that's
everything's
true.
going back and forth so quickly.
I'm guilty of doing that.
I know,
See?
right? It's so hard not to, but I
I like that.
understand.
I always
Like,
do.
Jump off the bridge. Go, jump on it.
it's good to wait it out. So yeah, going back to Miranda Shaw, so she actually thinks that Ryan Booth is spying on her, which is interesting.
Would you?
And then Liam goes, well, what about those twins?
Yeah.
Right. So they kind of
They both have something up their
and Miranda
sleeve.
also had a crush on Liam before.
Yeah.
They used to date, right?
Yeah, they used to date,
Yeah.
but I think she still likes him.
Yeah. Well, I
So
like
why
the-
do you think she was so worried about Booth spying on her? Was that just kind of a
Well, I think she's just she just thinks that maybe the bureau doesn't trust her, or
Right.
they're just it's like if you have a job and you're a manager and they have someone always coming in to review you, like, hey, how are you? I'm like,
Right.
is that how you're doing this today?
Yeah. Oh.
I think
That's
they
true.
just think that's what's happening.
That's true.
I think she's so high. She's very high up. She's the assistant director, right?
yes.
And so if
She's
she doesn't
above
know
Liam.
of any other big plans of why there's an undercover, then she must just assume why else. If it was anything bigger,
Yeah.
I'd know about
She
it.
trusts
So
Liam.
Yeah.
it must just be about me
Yeah.
being inspected.
That's true.
And I think I would be pissed if I were her.
Yeah.
You're going to put an undercover
Yeah, I
and
know.
not tell me in my recruit. And I mean, she actually takes it as a motivating factor by
Yeah.
the end. She's
Mm-hmm.
like, I love it, and I'm going to give it like a
Yeah.
killer class. or
Well, I mean,
whatever.
what
That's
did she
true.
say? She said
Even in
something-
the end, yeah.
in episode 1, sorry, she said that she's the only woman and there's a ceiling for her. So she's trying to prove a point.
Yeah, she is.
She's trying to show that you can't hold me down.
But Liam's also trying to save his job too because she's the one who fought for him. So in a way, if Liam embarrasses her, her job also goes down in a way too, right?
Man, I think Liam always planned to be there, to spy on our girl.
Alex.
Is her name Alex?
Yeah, Alex
Yeah,
Parrish.
So on Alex, he's always.
Yeah.
I think he always planned to be there to spy on Alex, and he makes it. He's making it seem as if like, hey, I didn't even want to be here. You got me here.
Oh.
But I think
Yeah,
he
that's
somehow
true.
finagled that because he's so good. Because you already see that he's cool at lying.
Yeah.
Like when she thinks that Booth is checking on her, he was like, yeah, he just played along. Like, I know. Damn, see what they're doing to you? That's messed up.
That's why I think you don't want to say it yet, but he's shady.
Oh yeah,
No, he's definitely shady.
But I don't think he has, like, I don't think it's like shady in a good way of like, oh, he's shady, he's in the FBI, that he's working on a mission. I think he's definitely has negative.
But here's another thing that I want to say because we were talking about. Because this is so interesting.
Yeah,
though.
absolutely.
Because in the present day, we get Miranda and Liam talking to one another, and she's saying that Alex is the best in the business. We taught her well. We taught her too well, to be exact. She knows that they kind of planted this attack, and she also says that you were rejected by the terrorist. So Liam actually fell for Alex.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering if that was going to happen. If you were
So
going
I
to see a
feel
love
like-
interest happen between them.
Yeah.
I don't
think-
get that vibe
Yeah,
yet.
Oh, I
Yeah.
think the vibe will come.
You think that maybe they hook up during the 9 months prior?
Well,
Yeah.
but if he sent Booth to shadow Alex and watch Alex, then it just surprises me that he would then step in.
I think he was very impressed by Parrish's performance in the case that he appointed all of them.
True.
And I don't know.
She killed it.
She
First of
killed
all,
it.
I did not see that sort of an ending of a case.
Yeah.
That's not even is that really possible for
Like
someone
what,
to
where
figure out?
she figures out? Yeah, I know. It felt
They,
like a writer.
they say trust your instincts.
Yeah, it felt forced. I'm not gonna lie, it did feel
Girls
forced.
have strong instincts.
I
It
get
felt forced to me.
intellect versus instincts. I get that, but
No, it didn't feel like it didn't. When she did that, I didn't say, "Oh, I didn't think that would happen." It just felt forced. It felt
Yeah, I
like
know.
okay, they
I was
they
like,
wrote that in
clever.
there.
They
Yeah,
had to write
clever
that
writing.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no one would ever. I mean, I guess no one ever has. She's the first, so it just
It was too
defines
predictable, right?
Yeah.
The main character would get it right.
Yeah.
You didn't
Well,
like that?
The moment she walked away by herself, you knew like, oh, she's gonna figure it out, and no one else is gonna get it. Duh.
I thought she was just gonna sit down in the room and be like, none of these are happening. I'm just gonna wait here. And then I was like, oh,
Yeah.
bold choice. That's not what she did.
I actually kind of want to go a little bit more into the characters' kind of chemistry, or just like what they talk about. We get this new introduction of an agent, Natalie.
That's what. Yeah,
and
that's what I
she's
want to talk about.
competing with Parrish, as well as hitting on Booth, because she probably senses the tension between Booth and Parrish. So what is the deal with this Natalie, and why is there a pretend scar on the back of her neck?
You want to go first?
There you
Audience?
go.
Okay, I
you
just
were
want-
like already out there.
I
I'm
know.
not gonna take that away.
I just don't understand. Like, she's admittedly shadowing her, but she's so open with it. Like, hey, you got a shadow. It's like, yeah, I'm shadowing you.
Yeah.
No, she's like too obvious.
Like, she's completely like, yeah, I want to be better than you. I'm shadowing you.
Right.
And I'm talking to your man. What's up, Booth? You want to do something with me? Like, she's
Yeah,
just
seriously.
so in your face. I'm like, damn, man, you're not even like.
It's not
gonna
even
be-
like, yeah, like
You're not even under the
playing
under the
a
radar.
game.
Right.
Exactly. It's
You're in
just,
the FBI. At least like be passive aggressive.
I think it's really interesting whenever a show, the biggest differences between pilot to second episode, because obviously the pilot is filmed months, they're filmed months apart, then the network
Right.
approves it, then it gets. So
Right,
this
that's
character
true.
is someone, I think, an example where they were like, listen, I think Alex needs more competition in that group. So they
Yeah,
write in
'cause
this
she's too-
character
yeah.
who basically is like going neck to
Yeah.
neck with her, which I think you're right. It's a little, again, forced, but
It
down
was
the
that
line...
typical like girl drama, girl
Yeah.
competition.
But
right?
wasn't it great to see her be the one that catches?
Yeah.
That scene was great.
What do you mean? Oh, and when we get the
Yeah.
present day, when she's the
Yeah.
one.
When they're in the apartment.
The ending. Everything you're saying is right. The ending
I
scene
know.
was awesome.
I'm always right. Thank you.
The ending scene was awesome between them fighting and all that, but her introduction was so forced, it kind of ruined it for me.
Like
because
cheesy cliche. You
Yeah,
mean?
because
But I
last
don't
week
think
she's
this is-
not there.
Yeah.
This week, she's right. She's like right in
She's
the
right
mix.
there.
She's one of the crew. It's like, hey guys, I'm here. I'm your competition.
Yeah,
and she's
I
like
know.
right in there, and then they're fighting in the end. I'm like, I
She
don't even know
might-
who this woman is.
Yeah, it's like, where you come from? Where you
Yeah.
get it?
She might be an important tool, though, to this whole case. I have a feeling that Joshua Safran, the creator, will be introducing a lot more new characters.
Yeah, I would have preferred.
Which will.
Let's slow it down, though.
Yeah,
Let's get
come
a
on,
handle on
Zafran.
these
we got enough.
guys.
We got enough characters. I
We have too many.
Yeah.
mean, it would have been better. I mean,
But
I know.
that scar, though, what about that?
I don't know about that.
It's
Yeah, I
fake,
don't
right?
know.
It was like planted on. Like she paid. It was like a.
Okay,
sticker.
at one point it seemed like it was fake, and then
It
the
was-
other point looked like she was covering it up. So I'm like, why are you going to put
I
a
thought she
fake
was like
scar on
pasting it
yourself?
back. Yeah, I know.
For training.
Because they didn't say anything about the scar.
I guess
either.
it's like the glasses that he's wearing. Everyone has
The
their
scar
secrets.
could have a chip. I don't even know.
I
Everything
would-
is weird.
If it was fake, I would get it being fake if they made reference to it earlier. If
Yes.
they said, hey, she got a scar because she was in, Bombay during the explosion or some crazy thing.
Right.
But she's just pasting something on the back of her ear, so I think it's real.
We saw it after
Okay.
they were doing the.
Towards the end, kind of.
Yeah, and we also saw it in the beginning when
Yes, yeah.
she was coming out. So I mean,
When they all
gave
asked
it
them
to-
about why you want to be an FBI agent.
Yeah.
I kind of like how they looped the beginning of that and the end of that, right? Like, really, why do you want to be an FBI agent?
Absolutely.
Okay, and let's also go into because present day. Parrish is still on the run. She sees a security camera, right, of who's been inside her apartment, and she sees Booth go into
I hated
it.
that whole scene.
You hated it? Why?
When she was looking, not when she made it into her apartment. That part was awesome.
Yes.
But when she was looking at
The
it,
random woman.
and the random woman just like, you're the terrorist. I was like, come on, man. She's got an FBI thing. I was like, come on, just.
But she
just
did have blood on her hands,
And-
apparently.
Well, and someone dressed as the FBI comes in and they got blood on your hands, you're automatically going to say, wait a second.
There was just a terrorist attack.
Yeah.
You're an FBI agent and you have blood on your hands. You'd just be like, here, do it. Do what you
Yeah,
gotta
exactly.
do.
You're like, wait,
That's
you're the
true.
terrorist. And then the whole time she's screaming in the background, please let me out. I'm just
that
like,
was kind of corny, too.
and
I was like, all right, shut up.
I would have told her to shut up. Like, listen, I'll kill you. I mean, you could just say that. I know she wouldn't kill her, but listen, if you keep screaming, you think I'm a terrorist, I'll kill you.
Also, is it weird? Maybe it's just me.
What?
Okay, she lived across from this place because that's her apartment. She never went in there. She didn't. Like it's
I
a
know,
coffee shop.
seriously.
True.
Oh,
We all-
yeah.
my
I
coffee
would
shop
go there
near me.
every single morning before work
In
or
New
whatever.
York City?
Exactly.
If you're
In
New York
New
City
York,
and
you
you
go
live
to
right
your
across-
local coffee shop, don't
Hell
you?
yeah. If you live in New York and there's a coffee shop that right down the street, you're there every...
And they know your order and your name,
Yup.
and everybody know you.
Good point.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Y'all
Quantico.
better-
Quantico.
It
Oops.
sounds like we're trashing. I really do love the show. There's a few little things.
I
Yeah.
think it's good as hosts to not only like praise the show, but also notice its loopholes.
I think it's awesome.
So we're
That
not
being
just being
said,
fake because we're
That
real.
was dumb. No. That being said, that didn't work.
So do you guys want to talk more about the case about how Parrish solved it?
Yeah, I mean, I think so.
There were 3 rooms that were they kind of told the agents to look at, like what's the most immediate threat. One was a go figure, a Planned Parenthood. Very relatable to what's happening in the
Very
news.
current.
Yeah, very current. A bombing of the Independent Hall, and then assassins attacking the senator. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, so all of them. Well, I guess the split of the agents wanted to go to 3 different rooms, but Parrish was like, "No, I think there's something bigger to that, something more to that." She was trying to convince Booth to go with her, but unfortunately, Booth went with Natalie, and then bam, she got it right. She went to like what room? It was like
I know. Which room did she go to? She went to like
it was
a
like
random...
some random storage room.
She
or-
went to, well, no, the first room she went to was where all 3 sets were. And then she got the information from each stage that they
No.
all were at earlier. Yeah, when she first walked in,
Oh.
she was at, like, as soon as everyone left, she left the room. She entered back into where the 3 different rooms were. And she started because she was the only person that would have went to all 3. Everyone else was just assigned to 1. And she was like, wait a minute, I want to go to each one.
But that's cheating. You have to just go to 1. You can't have time to go to 3.
That's where she added up that in each room there was the similar things
Yeah.
that crossed over. And then she went to the dude's office.
Yeah.
Liam's office.
Liam's office.
And that's where she was like, I put this together. And I'm like,
See, I
bullshit.
cheated.
So I like this
See,
though.
I
I
cheated.
cheated.
Because that speech that Liam gives about, well, first she goes, you can't just trust the information. You gotta trust the source, A. And then Liam says, both Miranda and Liam says, yes, trust your instincts, question everything more than just what you get in front of you. And that kind of is foreshadowing Liam's,
Do you feel like this is so? Not only
Liam's
does this
betrayal of
foreshadow,
everyone there.
not only does this foreshadow everything that's going on in the current day
Right.
of that,
Yeah.
but also this might be crazy. It also foreshadows us as the viewer of like we're making our assumption of who we think is doing things. We're looking at who is the terrorist. We're trying to see who we believe, what evidence is real. So I find that interesting as like it's just a big theme right now. I wonder if it will continue as a theme.
Huh. I didn't see that. But okay, all right.
She's calling it. You guys don't think that?
I mean, I
aren't we
didn't-
sitting there being like, who is the terrorist? Who is this? Just as they're doing
Like,
that.
I mean, I was already thinking it.
Whatever.
But I mean, it
Yo,
wasn't.
I just go deep.
I
so.
didn't. I wasn't like
What can I
this is
say?
all a plot. But no, I mean, I don't disagree with you.
Thank
I mean, I
you.
think you're wrong, but I don't really. Think,
I'm gonna let you finish, but yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay.
Moving on.
No, I'm actually really excited for predictions so that we can really see who we think each one is a terrorist.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that what the prediction is going to be? You guys just go straight for it? Like, who's the terrorist?
Well, no, we're going to do like the next show and also the overall prediction about
Okay.
who we think the terrorist is. Because even, by the way, like if you guys, I'm shouting at Just to Eat Weekly, I think, because, whatever. They're really good at like predicting the next episode. So like Safran wrote a whole kind of rundown of each character and who could possibly be the terrorist, and he totally ruled out Alex. Like it was actually a fact that Alex is not the terrorist.
She's not going to be. She's not going to be the terrorist.
And she's not going to be the terrorist.
It would
So
be disappointing
for those
if
of
it
you who may
was.
think, yeah, she's like definitely
Imagine
not.
she is at the
but,
end.
No,
seriously,
I mean, honestly, they're not gonna make the Indian brown skin girl the terrorist.
Yeah.
They're not gonna do that.
But
In this
could they
PC
make the
world, they're
Muslim
not gonna
girl
do-
the terrorist?
They're not
It'd
gonna
be
do that.
even worse.
I don't think so.
They're not gonna do that.
You
I'm
said
not-
that in the first episode, right?
It'd be too obvious.
And it's
That's- That show will be taken off the air if that happens.
Yeah.
Well, just because it's like, come on, guys. It'll be too much. But maybe
I don't know
that-
though.
but-
Maybe they're gonna surprise us.
But
Yeah,
like,
maybe that's the-
but like, let's say they do. Let's
Yeah.
say they do. Like, think this. They make the Muslim the terrorist.
No,
is that just gonna blow up everyone? Like, are they gonna get so defensive? Like,
It could be.
I mean, I understand that. I don't know. I don't want to. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, no,
I feel like any non-Indian or non-Muslim. I hate saying white person, but like any
please.
non-Indian
White
or
people.
okay, fine. Like,
Sorry, Nick. Anyway,
they
white
should
people.
be just
Them.
as they
Those
should
guys.
take the reaction just as a Muslim would take the reaction. But unfortunately, like they just can't because Muslims put so
Yeah.
much blame on.
Well-
But I feel like it's unfortunate that
I think maybe
They
the
have
fact
to-
that we wouldn't, the fact that I just said what I said, I think
Yeah.
everyone feels the same way. So
Yeah.
the fact that I'm saying that would make them do it, or she could be,
Right.
or it could be, say, I don't know, like the twins working with Shelby or something. Like no one would picture.
oh the twins and Shelby. Yeah, that's really random.
You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
oh.
Well, we'll say that for predictions.
I'm just saying. I mean, I don't have anything. I'm just
I don't
saying.
know. I don't really know anything just
If it was
yet. Only
Booth.
second episode's in.
Booth would be the most
I
shocking.
think Booth would also. So we also get Parrish. We talk about a little about Parrish and Natalie having that huge fist fight. They're trying to track her down.
Mm-hmm.
So Alex sees another apartment or another room
Yeah.
right in the building
It's-
that has all of Alex's belonging packages.
It's all the packages, I'm guessing, to build all the things to build the bomb, which is when they were like, when Schiefer, I think it was Nat, who was the one that first reported she being like, listen, this crime scene's too clean, like they don't have everything they would need in here to actually do it. There's no way it's possible. There must be an offsite, and then she found the offsite by accident. Alex like kicked in the mirror or whatever
The
that
ray.
thing.
I
What do
think
you
she
call that
splits out
thing?
blood.
Yeah. So as she spits out blood, is that something that we should take note of, or is that just from the fight?
She's pregnant.
Good point. I
Well,
was
no, 'cause
like,
then
wait,
she was
if
like,
you're
I'm-
coughing up blood, that's like a severe, but she just kind of ignored
got
it in a
whooped.
way.
She
I
got
think
her
it was
butt
because of her.
That's what I thought. Or
Right.
she also said she may have been, when she was talking to Booth at the end, that she may have been drugged, and that's how she was at the crime scene. When she was on the phone with him, and she was like, I don't remember how I even would have got there. 1 minute I'm in the subway, next minute I'm laying down in the rubble.
I think it would have made more
Rebel,
reference
rebel.
to it. To the
Yeah,
movie.
I
I think
think
that would
so,
have made that
too.
more obvious if she was really
Yeah.
drugged, don't you think?
Well, she said I could have been drugged. Jeez.
What more reference
It's
do you
her
need?
damn
She
words.
literally-
What do you want?
She literally said I was drugged.
I think she was like over dramatic Alex Parrish.
No, but
She could
I
have
mean,
been. She
got
could have
thrown
been.
through.
Because otherwise, how did she get from the crime scene?
Yeah,
to,
and she doesn't
But she
know.
wasn't at the crime scene though.
We're overthinking it. She got
Yeah,
thrown
she
into a
was.
dresser.
The crime scene being like ground zero where it happened.
Oh, that. But that's the
She was
rubble
working
too.
perimeter.
But that's the rubble.
I know,
too.
that's why we don't know for sure.
Oh my god.
Jeez, getting feisty.
I'm
Oh,
confused
man. I
now.
gotta cool myself
Guys,
down.
Quantico's
First
gotten
group panel.
confused.
You guys, I want to hear in the comments below, like, if you guys agree or disagree with anything that we're saying, I love to see it in the comments below.
I'll disagree.
Especially
I'll
if you
disagree with them.
agree with me and disagree with them.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't think I made
whatever.
No, you're
any,
good
I
so
didn't make
far,
any
yeah.
straight
Wait, I don't even know what we're disagreeing on.
Everything.
Nicholas is trying to cause
Sorry.
friction.
When I call
He's
him
shadowing you.
Nicholas. Yeah,
He's shadowing
he's
because you're number
oh,
one.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Natalie.
exactly.
He's
Okay.
Call me Natalie.
Well, so Caleb and Shelby,
Interesting. Brother. and
he's
sister.
putting this whole sob story,
Oh.
or it could be real. I don't know. That his parents helped him be an agent. Now when he got, what's it called? Booted out
When
of
he got kicked out.
the agency, I guess, in a way.
he's a
His sister made up a
privileged
call.
kid.
Now he's the analyst. Is this real? Do we believe Caleb's sob story, knowing that
know.
his name is Mark Raymond, according to his profile picture on Facebook?
Well, clearly not. If it's not his real name.
I don't know. Well, since I didn't even recognize that was the name on
Me
Facebook.
neither,
I'm
my
going to
gosh.
opt out of this debate. I do just think when he told the
You don't
story at the
trust
end,
yeah.
barely. When he told the story, I'm just kidding. When he told the story at the end, I think that was true. When he was like, my sister's the only one that would listen to me. She made the call.
Yeah.
That's why I'm back.
Right.
I took that as truth. I don't know, though. Didn't
I
you?
know.
Or did you think he was
I
lying?
thought it was really truth until I really saw the ending.
Do you see the comparison I'm saying? That we're looking at the evidence, the show, and they're doing it. That's what the comparison
comes
is.
right
Because
back.
we're
Okay,
like
all right, Nicholas.
wondering.
I agree.
No, I totally agree with you.
Wait,
That's what
why
I was
would-
waiting for, you guys.
that was it.
No, I'm so confused. I hate not knowing. At the end of the show,
You better be keeping on
I
for the
know.
next few shows. You're not going to know until the end.
Now, this is the perfect show for you. We're just gonna sit here and watch it.
I know. We're going to just watch you rot and just, like, seriously. And then, sorry, I was...
No, I was gonna say that I believed everything he was saying.
Right.
Until, just like Nicholas, you just said what you said about his name on Facebook, because I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
But it's saying his real name. So if that's not his real name, I mean, technically, he could be lying about the whole thing.
Yes.
But I mean, when he had the gun in his face, when you have a gun in your face, his real self came exposed. So
Yeah.
that seemed like that was him. He seemed very douchey and cowardly.
Good point.
So I
Unless
don't
he's
know.
a really good actor.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know how to take. I mean, this brings me back to my catfish panel. That he's making a Facebook. I don't know.
Oh my god, somebody literally said, is this catfish? When the
Facebook came out.
Yeah.
Well, why else? I mean, but what is he catfishing?
Well, I've never seen
what is he
catfish,
trying
but-
to do? Who's he adding to get their info? I don't know. I'm moving on from it because
Oh,
I
I
don't
guess
know
that's
yet.
what obviously the term catfish means. Dumb blonde moment. Or a dumb brunette moment. Sorry, blondes. Okay, so now also Harper and Simon. Harper is on to Simon in a couple different ways. I'm not sure if he's hitting on Simon.
I think he's on to him like that, and he's also getting on to his story. And
Yes, so he
whether it
noticed
checks
that
out.
Simon is wearing fake glasses. He's also wondering how the heck did you get into Gaza without a permit? More so, how'd you get out with a permit?
Isn't it kind of crazy how they're just so cool with asking all these personal questions? But they're just like, yeah, so
They're so
I know,
nosy,
I know you did all this stuff. Tell me how you did it. Like they're just so cool, just completely being so like interpersonal. And I know you're in the FBI, but like everyone's just cool with you just going through their stuff.
Right.
That's kind of crazy.
As analysts, don't they kind of have to, or no? I thought they were almost like they're supervisors to the agents in a way.
No, I think the analysts are growing with them. I thought that's how I took it because
Okay.
especially because Caleb is living in the same dormitory,
That's
for lack of
true.
a better word, with them.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't know if they were training side by side. I don't know. Are the
They
analysts?
probably
Are they already
you're-
analysts?
I mean, you're
established?
kind of right. Maybe not supervisors. I guess just their support buddy in a way,
Yeah.
because like when they see evidence, they go to the analyst to kind of
Right.
help figure it out. So yeah. So that's that. The glasses and
Well, I think he is interested in them, but I think he's a little more than interested, only because if you like when he noticed that the glasses were fake, he kept. If you like someone, you just like them. I don't think he kept digging. So there's more to it. There's something he wants to find out.
I think if you're in this world, if you are at the FBI, it's like these things like turn you on in a way when you find
Maybe.
when you're looking at someone's story and doesn't add up. That's just innately why you're even there.
So
And
they're
it's
just
really
like
interesting.
Right.
To
They're just like
people.
naturally nosy
Yeah.
people. They're just
Just like-
naturally
they're
just
naturally
studying.
like that. Exactly.
Alex on the plane, first episode. She wasn't at the FBI yet, but she was already adding up his story just because it happens
In
naturally. to
the
her.
right in the car ride too. Exactly.
He's
She was figuring him out.
A bullshit artist right there when he walks in. And like right after the scene, he comes in and he tells the
Oh,
actual
he tells
story.
a sob. Yeah, that's another sob story, maybe.
Yeah.
But
Wish
he
he
was
coulda
he
lied.
was saying that
Yeah.
Alex was right about him being brought up in Hawthorne, how he had a marriage that fell apart 3 years ago, or they were married for 3 years, but
And
he still
just
wears the
could take
ring.
the ring off. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, and that
Please.
kind of brings us also back to the present day when Booth wakes up in the hospital, and he's pretending to play dumb on the phone with Alex.
Mm-hmm.
And Alex is still believe. That was a dumb part on Alex for even believing Booth. I mean, Booth was.
A little spittle. You're so passionate. A little spittle just flew out of your mouth.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Getting
That's what I'm
feisty.
talking about.
Ooh man.
Booth was.
Get into it.
Booth was in the.
Tell me how you feel.
I know.
Whoa.
Booth was in the scene, you know, and wouldn't she think that the whole thing was framed and he was part of it? How could she still trust him?
Well, I mean, we
Maybe-
don't know. She
I
knows.
was
She might
gonna-
know.
Because she still likes him.
Maybe she knows.
Love makes you weak.
Maybe
No.
she knows.
Wait, why are we jumping ahead and assuming that he's definitely?
Because I
what
love
if he's?
assuming.
What if he's telling the truth?
But then he goes and tells.
He said
Liam-
on the phone to her. He said, "I'm gonna have to play dumb."
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have to go along with it.
He says that.
So
Yes. Kanika.
you may read the Facebook, but you missed a lot.
I have to
of
watch
that.
these shows. Yeah. Hey, Alex, I know. Yeah. Okay,
I don't know. So I do. I don't know about end wild card.
But we don't know what happened in the last 9 months. Maybe he opened up and maybe she found out that he was there to follow her. And maybe it's all been exposed.
Yeah.
In that way.
Maybe she tells her way ahead of time that, hey, I'm following you.
Yeah.
But
We don't know.
Because he did have a little...
play dumb.
When him and Liam were talking, he did have pushback, being like, who is the need to know? Just you?
Yes.
Like, bro, like, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I know.
Like, you, bro?
Yeah.
I wish he said that.
I know,
Bro,
right?
Is it you, bro?
Ooh. Oh, man. I just swore. I don't usually do
Oh,
that.
I
gonna get
couldn't even
canceled.
hear you, so it's fine.
get
Yeah, we're getting
canceled.
canceled.
Can we? All right.
Well, that's interesting. I mean, I hope for Alex's sake. Actually, I don't freaking care, but I mean, I just hope that Booth isn't really, cheating
But can we
on
go
her
back
in
to,
this way.
Quick. I just want to say something quick about the one the couple we were just talking about before.
Shelby and Caleb.
Yes.
Shelby and not Shelby and Caleb.
Not an official.
After Caleb and Caleb.
Simon.
The glasses.
Harper and Simon.
Harper and Simon. Sorry, I swear I'm gonna get the names down. There's just a lot of characters.
Yeah.
So Simon. So I don't think he's really gay.
No,
don't
we
either.
don't think so.
I don't think he's really gay.
I think he's into, what's her name?
Nima
Nima.
and Reina apparently too.
or he's gay and he's into them because he's onto their secret.
Right,
That's
right.
the-
That
it's
could be
one of the
another
two. It's
thing.
one of the two.
But wait,
What?
hold up, back up.
Sorry.
No, I was thinking more
Sorry.
like back it up. But in the first episode, we get him in his natural habitat in New York meeting a guy. I thought, and they like posed for a picture.
But that was
But that
fake.
was too posed.
He said, thank you so much. Here's your... It was a setup.
you're
Like, let me
right,
take a
you're
picture
right,
of you
you're
here. I'm
right.
going to hand you the
Okay,
coffee.
he's not gay.
Damn, maybe you should be in the FBI.
Yeah, that's what I'm
pretty
saying,
good.
guys.
Yeah,
I'm
you
on
were
board.
onto my
Thank you.
notes.
That's true. I even noticed that I was wondering how you were classifying
I write
them
squigglies and
categorizing
squares.
them.
The squares means the flash forward, and the squiggly means the flash back.
Oh, okay,
and then
that's what
I
that
write
meant.
yeah.
Kudos.
But
That's pretty
apparently,
good.
though, I still don't get that. Ryan said play dumb on the phone.
Um,
and then yeah,
Can I ask you, so
Yes.
when we're on the same thing with Simon and homie that is into him, what's his name again? Harper. And Nima, I believe it's Nima, is like,
Yeah.
hey, is now a good time for white coffee?
yes.
She was just helping him out to get out of the situation because didn't she said she doesn't even like coffee? She
But one of the
flashed-
twins did.
I don't know who was who.
So
though.
here's this. Reina is the one who asked for the coffee. Nima was the one who said, "Hey, ask him about Gaza,"
Yeah.
because one is not so fond of him, but then
Who's-
one kind of is.
putting
I-
on the makeup.
The one
I
that
don't
likes
know
him.
about that one, but
The
I
one
know
that
that
likes him.
Reina is the one who likes Simon because she mentioned that I like when he asks for coffee. You know.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean,
So-
white coffee?
I don't know.
I think
Does that mean
it's-
mad milk?
I think it's like white chocolate mocha. You know, like the white.
They ain't whipping up no white chocolate mocha in that dorm, and if they are, show me how.
Yeah,
I think it's white chocolate
Like, there
coffee.
ain't no barista in
it's
Starbucks.
probably just a lot of milk. Probably just a lot of milk.
Maybe maybe
I think it's code.
It's cool.
Oh, let's get
It's
some white
Let's go get
coffee.
that white coffee.
Not like the dry. Okay, well, I'm moving
Oh,
on.
because like
Got that white coffee.
Yeah.
like brown and white, and
Maybe.
they're both brown and white. Yeah, that's cute.
I don't know.
Like white coffee's going on right here.
Oh, is that what that is?
The white coffee is right here.
This is white coffee.
We're the white coffee after show.
Hashtag white coffee.
Oh my god!
Hashtag white
New
coffee.
hashtag, new hashtag.
I don't like. No, I don't
Called
like that.
it. All right. Well, fine. I'll just do it.
I do not
Okay. Moving on from
co-sign.
hashtag white coffee. Again, Alex is wanting to know what her dad did. Liam is not so into looking it for her. I'm talking like this.
Into looking what?
looking
He's not so
looking
into
into
finding
it
out.
for her.
Okay.
But she did say, he did say that your dad works at the FBI.
He's BSing her. He knows all this information. He's just leading her. He's just feeding her a line.
And
just to
Shelby
get
speaks
her off.
Arabic. Good job. Well, I forgot your name. Jordana, I think. Jordan. Johanna, you learned some Arabic for this show. Very kudos to you.
This
Did I
is the
miss
thing.
anything else, guys?
With the dad,
Before we get into news and gossip.
with the dad being in the FBI,
Yes.
with there being the twins, with there being fake glasses, it's like, how in the hell? Like, I know all this is relevant because they wouldn't waste our time with
Yeah.
it. But how the hell are they pulling all this together to make it worth our time to think? Like, what? I'm very excited to see what her dad being in the FBI or not being in the FBI is really going to play that
Yeah,
role.
I'm very curious to see what her father, what's the connection with her father too.
It's a lot.
Originally, I did think that the father was involved, and then
Because he looked like a regular Joe when she shot him. He just looked like he had
Yeah,
like a
I
flannel
know.
shirt, out of shape. Like he's in the FBI.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The father definitely is involved. I think they may be misleading the information on Alex. Maybe Liam truly does believe Alex is into it, but he misled it because of some clue, sorry, from the father.
Maybe
You know
her
what I mean?
father was a turncoat.
I don't know.
Maybe he was
we'll get into this some more
sorry.
predictions, but I wanted you guys. I have a little bit of news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
All right, the latest. Do you guys
powerful.
have anything?
You go first.
No, if you
thought
don't
you
have
had
it.
it.
No, I do. I was wondering if you had
Right,
anything.
I knew you had something, so I didn't want to
Okay.
overwhelm us.
Oh, thanks for okay. So, well, by the way, Quantico is still strong after the second episode with the ratings.
Oh, good.
Still 1.9 in adults, which is pretty strong for Sunday Night Football against Sunday Night Football. 1.9 is pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Right? And
Yep.
Deadline reports that Quantico actually had an encore airing for Tuesday in the 10 p.m. slot, which originally was supposed to be the slot for Quantico, but
should
they
have
moved
been.
it to Sunday. And another thing, which I thought was funny, and so did Priyanka Chopra apparently, Nightline actually did a whole piece on Priyanka Chopra. And Nightline, which is on ABC, which is where Quantico is on, but unfortunately, or not unfortunately, but just for funny, or not for funny, sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
we
getting
get
to
it.
For laughs, they accidentally used a different model who won Miss World as opposed to Priyanka Chopra.
Oh,
So
God.
Twitter was blowing up like,
Oh,
how could you, when
God.
this is supposed to be about her not being typecasted, yet you used
Oh,
another
that's
Indian? Like, isn't this...
Are you
that's
kidding
no
me?
good. That's
They
just a
really did that?
rookie
They really used a different
mistake.
model who won 1999 Miss World, and so Priyanka Chopra tweeted "LOL" with the link.
She's nice.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyone else would have
So-
been like, oh, so we all look alike, right? Is that what it is?
I feel like it's an actor's job to just laugh it off. Though.
should.
Yeah.
I know she's telling
so
her friends,
if
though.
you haven't yet seen that, I think it's still kind of
Right.
online for you to see the mistake and then their apology. That's a little bit I have on news and gossip. Let's get into predictions.
I like you. See, right into. See, both songs right into one
Your
another.
Yeah, that was
AfterBuzz
sick.
TV.
Epilepsy over here. That's what I'm talking about.
Longer than I remember.
So we're making reference to the song and the flashing lights if you're listening to us on the podcast.
Which hopefully you can hear too.
I mean, yeah, they can hear the song. They can't. They can't
but
hear the flashing
see,
lights.
You cannot see the club lights. Yes.
Okay.
All right, guys.
I want to know well, the one question I want from both of you is
Ooh, yeah.
not who's the terrorist,
Okay.
but who do you think at this point set her up? Who is behind the whole setup?
I mean, won't that lead to the same person?
I don't think so. I think. Oh, I guess. Man.
Well, okay.
Think of that.
Let's see if we can just do some. Okay. How about we split it up into relationships, like the love stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we split it up. The last person or last prediction is terrorist, and then the second one we can do.
We'll start with terrorists.
Okay, I
I
think
was
one of the
thinking.
twins.
Well, actually, no.
What?
Maybe we can do who set.
It
Well,
would
no,
still.
but she's
I
being
think.
set up.
I don't think it's the same.
But the question is if she even is being set up. So we can talk about the whole setup
Yeah,
thing
right.
in a
Good,
second.
good,
All right,
good.
so okay, fine. Let's start with the next episode. What's happening? Was that on one of my prediction lists?
Well, all right.
I'm out of it. Sorry.
Next episode.
Actually, you predict whatever the heck you want to
Okay,
predict. I'm not controlling that.
look.
Just predict.
One of these twins, I think the nice twin, who likes Simon. She's got something to do with it. She's in on it, as well as our girl Shelby. So I'm saying Shelby,
You're
the
choosing
nice
the-
twin, the two people you don't expect.
Yeah, exactly. You don't really see much of.
The nice one. So you if you think it's gonna be one half of the Muslim twins, you think it's gonna be at least the mean one. Who, but it's not gonna be her because she's focused on work. You can tell she's focused. She likes to work.
And are we forgetting that she went to the gas station bathroom and pulled something out of the toilet? What was that?
That was her go back. That was her
Whatever.
go.
Fine. Okay.
I love how Nick all the answers.
I know you do.
Nick always feels
Like-
like, oh, I got this. How about this? And Nicholas is like,
Totally are killing it.
if you just watch the show, it's
That
right
was
there.
because if you. So what else do you predict?
I mean, I got that, and Simon's not gay. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with
Yeah,
that.
okay.
Simon ain't gay.
Good. So steal my prediction with that because I said it here first.
I came in late and I'm stealing prediction. Woo.
I would agree with that. I want to take a look not at anyone in the class but Liam. He, I think, is too. His activity was about trust the evidence and be weary of things and question it, but yet he's so quick to accuse her without any questioning right now. He wants it to be her. That's shady because he's going against what he's teaching. So I'm gonna put a big star next to his name to watch.
Damn, you got their full name. Man, those are pretty good notes.
Yeah, I went on IMDb before.
Maybe you should be part of the FBI. That's pretty good. The full name, Liam O'Connor. Like, wow, mine are just like squiggly lines. Like, all right, Nimka. All right, there it is.
So that's what I think.
Okay.
And that's all I think at this point.
Well, I also agree with you, too, that Simon is not gay. He's so cute, too. But what about relationships, you guys? Whatever. I'll say it. I also think that Liam... Besides Liam definitely being shady, Liam covering up for the fact that he is in charge of whatever happened, the terrorist attack, I think Miranda could... The person who you least expect because she helped Alex escape, and she's the one defending Alex. There could be a much bigger plot.
Not too shabby. That's not a bad one. I wasn't even thinking about it. That's not bad.
Because, you know, she talks a lot about, like, passion in the room and, you know, like, passion for the job and how this means a lot to her and just the female empowerment. So I think that she definitely is on it. Caleb and Shelby are totally doing it. Ryan Booth and Alex are totally doing it. Liam is totally going to want Alex as well. And that's it for the relationship part.
Okay.
Bam.
Shazam.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the second episode of Quantico, as well as my new co-host this week, who should be back every week.
Yes.
If you haven't yet, make sure to follow AfterBuzz TV on all social media. Subscribe and like this video, and comment below too on YouTube, iTunes, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You can follow me, your host, Kanika Lal, at Kanika Lal on Twitter and Instagram at You Can Have a Lal, and, because Nicholas said, Snapchat, Kanika Sneak.
Hey.
What's up, guys? You can follow me at Nicholas Grava, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat.
Micheal Andrew. You can follow me on Twitter at Michael_Drew, Michael EAL.
Thanks, guys. See you next week.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.